Good morning, entrepreneurs. So I'm feeling a little bit better this morning. The lights are still kind of bothering my eyes, but I wanted to go live today and talk to you a little bit about morning rituals. 18 years ago, I was in Master's Commission, which is a ministry program through the Assemblies of God Church to get your pastor's license. And in that program, every morning we got up and we had an hour of prayer. Before we did anything else, we would get ready, we would come into the church, we would be in the sanctuary, we'd have an hour of prayer time. So this would consist of praying, we had worship music playing, walking around, just kind of talking to God, letting him tell us what he wanted us to know. And because I'm an overachiever, I used to go in an hour before that to have personal time with God, and I would play my guitar. So I play guitar, but it is really less about playing guitar and more about worshiping. And so I only know chords. I don't play them well. I use hacked versions of chords that are easier, and I only play worship music. So that is something that I did before our prayer time. So every morning I was getting 2 hours of time with God, an hour completely alone, and an hour mostly alone because we didn't communicate with each other while we were having it. That was 18 years ago. Over those 18 years, that has dwindled to basically nothing. Now I talk to God in my head throughout the day. Sometimes I'll throw up a prayer if something's happening in my life, or if I see an accident or things like that. But I don't have devoted time that is just for our relationship. And he's been dealing with me on that. And of course, as I said yesterday, he's been dealing with me on being honest, so I'm telling you. So I have a friend, and I'm sorry I was a little disconnected yesterday. I was in the middle of a migraine. I noticed I started a few topics and then didn't exactly explain myself. So I'm going to go there here now. So I have a friend. She sells worship flags, and I know her through her business. She's actually a business contact. And I have seen worship flags. They use them in the Assemblies of God, but I have never tried them or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I am a raise your hand worshiper. And when I was in the church, I used to have people come up to me and tell me how my worship blessed them. And it would really bother me because I felt that it was personal time, not time to be on display. So this friend of mine who sells worship flags, she has decided that one of the things that she's going to say, kind of like her tagline, is to be on display. I don't think that's quite it, but it's something to that extent. And so she's been asking for feedback on her business. And so I've told her a few times, how I feel about it or whatever. Well, ultimately I decided I'm just going to order them to support her and to see, because I was curious. So I ordered the worship flags and they came and I have used them once and it was amazing. I am a mover in worship. I sway, I lift my hands, I dance, but I don't really dance. I just kind of move. I've never really considered myself a dancer. It's not something I really strive to be. I'm not really much of a performer as far as that goes, singing, in front of people, dancing in front of people. Although I love to sing and I enjoy moving, I'm not really a performance person. So when the flags came, I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with these. So basically I just swung them around and I turned on praise and worship music, and God really spoke to me. And he said to me that I needed to try and get back to where I was. Not the religious part of it where you're required to pray an hour a day, but the heart of it, of giving time to him each morning before I start my day. And that I had been doing business by myself. And since he spoke that to me and I've been looking at things, I realized that that's not really the case. He has definitely stepped in on a few points, and somehow I've managed to do things the right way with no input from any coach or any help. And I can only say that that's because of God. But he dealt with me on that. And then I have another friend who I'm working with. I'm actually helping her with her business, who is going to be sending me some journals. And I just ordered a speaker for my shower. So anyways, what do all these things have to do with each other? So the point is that I am going to set aside time each morning before I do anything else to talk with God. And that might be playing my guitar. That might be using my worship flags. That might be taking a shower while I have music on in the shower. But time that is devoted to spending with him. So that is my goal. That is what I want to try to do, is to be more active in my relationship with God and to listen to him. So I'm taking a course. It's called the Product Launch Formula. It's by Jeff Walker. And it's all about launching your products. My business, I have several, but I have My Schedule Biz. It's a coaching business. Well, actually, it's a course business where I give tutorials so that you can do things for your business yourself, but I give you step-by-step quick directions so that you can get them done. I'm all about automating and batching, meaning doing something that you have to do maybe daily all at once and getting a whole month done at once. That would be batching. And automation is making it so that it does it itself. And that is what My Schedule Biz is all about. And I also have MSB Expert, where I have one client. I'm expanding that business, and it is all about using Facebook Messenger to reach your customers and grow your audience. And so those are my businesses that I'm focusing on. I also have a jewelry business that my daughter is sort of taking over right now. That's Olio Custom, and all three of those have websites you could go visit if you wanted to, but I'm not really talking about that today. The point is that up to this moment, it has been, all of that stuff has been done under my own power, and I finally realized that that doesn't make sense. Not completely under my own power, as I said before. God has stepped in and done things and helped direct me, but I have been doing it by myself. I have not been asking for his help or his guidance. So I am changing that now. And in this program, Product Launch Formula, I've only gone through the Get Started section. Jeff talks a lot about having the right mindset, having a routine in your life, what you want for your life, what you want for your business, and then going from there, deciding what that means. So what I want is, I want to be by water. I desperately want to be by water. Just listening to the waves or hearing the water move brings me such peace and joy, and just a connection with God in general. And I do not want to work for someone else. I don't want to have to go to this full-time job every day. I want to be able to support my family, and my husband and I both have health issues, so I want us to stop hurting. And one of the ways that happens is I stop doing ultrasound and he stops working at Lowe's. And I want my daughter to be able to be her generous little self. She is the sweetest, most generous person you would ever meet. And sometimes she wants to do things that she can't because we don't have the finances, or we don't have the time, or we're just low on everything. We don't have the energy. We're in pain, whatever the thing is. And I want her to be able to do what she wants to do, that she's called to do. So that is what I want for my life. And I want to be in a position to be able to help the small businesses, the small business owners that I see who are struggling, without feeling like the trade-off is my family. I want to have the time set aside every day or every week or every month or however it works out, that I can actually focus on helping other people get through the business and help them find what they need to do to make it better. And I've been praying about it, and I've been talking with God, and I've decided that for 2018, my goal is to make $120,000 with my businesses. And that is really scary. And there's no way, it's just not possible that I can do that by myself. So to give you a point of reference, several $1,000s is where I've been up to this point. Now, that's with Olio Custom, my jewelry business. With my coach, with My Schedule Biz, my course business, it definitely does have the potential to make more than that, but I'm just starting. I started that in January. Every launch I've done has gone successively better, so that is growing. And MSB Expert, I have not tried to get clients yet, paying clients. I've only been doing it with free clients up to this point. So I'm saying it out loud so you all know my goal is $120,000 this year, and only God can do that. And if it doesn't happen, it's because it wasn't in God's plan, and I'm just leaving it at his feet, because I'm gonna be me. I'm going to be driven. I'm going to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, even the day after having a migraine, and I'm going to push, and I'm going to learn, and I'm going to grow. So the only thing that I've been missing up to this point is faith. So that's where I am. We'll talk more about the morning routine on another day because I'm at 10 minutes and I don't want these videos to be longer than that. So I don't know if I said anything useful there or not. I am going to be doing a prayer journal. So if you have anything you'd like for me to pray for you about, please comment below this video. I am the Messenger maven, I guess. I do understand Facebook Messenger. I have a whole system set up for it. But for this page, I do not yet have that set up. So a couple of you have reached out to me through Messenger, and I will respond to you personally, but my automations are not there yet. I haven't been feeling well, so I haven't had a chance to set that up. But definitely comment below this video. Let me know if you have any prayer requests, if you have any thoughts about what I've said. If you are on the track of finding a morning or nightly ritual, I'd love to hear about it. And I will talk to you guys later. Good luck. Oh, God, I thank you for this time that you let me be honest with whoever's out there and for just calling me to do something different. And I pray that you would be with each person as they go through their day, that you would help inspire us to be better business owners and better Christians. In your name we pray, amen.